Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Review time on the Savage GXP 22 cal long rifle bolt action. And I'm a left-handed shooter, even though the bolt's on the right side. If you're a lefty, don't worry, you're not going to get pinged in the face. I never did, so thumbs up. But if you do buy a semi-auto 22, yeah, and you're a lefty shooter, make sure your bolt is on the left-hand side so the shells go that way. Otherwise, you are going to get pinged in the face. And that's why I'm buying a 65F is my next gun, hopefully, which has the bolt on the left side and it's semi-auto. Anyway, no accu-trigger on this, and as you can see, gun is definitely been safe cleared and it's trigger locked and staying that way. Now, as far as the gun goes, I got a chance to take it out to the range today, and there was a gentleman there that was shooting, just getting set up, which was awesome. And I asked him if he'd sponsor me so I could do some shooting to actually get this thing sighted in. And he said yes, and I was like, yes, baby! So, at some point during this video, you will find there will be some pictures flapping up on the screen of some targets that I shot. I had some shoot and see targets, and I just kept repairing the targets as I shot, well, the target, as I shot it, and I kept marking the ammo I used and, you know, etc. And I'd scratch that out, go to the next one and the next one. So I tried a few different ammos. I ran CCI standards through it twice, right at the beginning and right at the very end. At the very end, this thing was dialed in so dime perfect, there is no bullseye. It is annihilated. So, Kevy still has the touch, yes. Now, with my 22 caliber air rifle, okay, I never miss, and I do annihilate bullseyes, okay? And I was able to pull the same thing off with actually a regular firearm, and I was like, sick! And my air gun has a hairy trigger, literally. It's like, and it may or may not go off, okay? It's pretty light. This thing's got a bit of a heavy trigger, but it's actually quite nice and controllable. I think you might appreciate the weight that's on this trigger. And I have no idea what it is, but it is nice, okay? And it has a nice crisp let go as well, so very good. No issues whatsoever cycling any of the ammos that I tried. It's just like, it's perfect, okay? It did, I admit, took me a while to get on paper. I thought I had this thing bore sighted for the right setup, but apparently I was off enough that I had to change my elevation by one full rotation of the whole dial, and then I had to move my windage over a fair bit. So much for bore sighting. I think maybe there's something wrong with my laser. I have no idea. Anyway, but nonetheless, we got on paper finally, and we were able to shoot the living snot out of that target several times over with different ammos to find out how the grouping would go. Now, I was originally dialing in for the CCI to start with, and it's CCI standard velocity, okay? It's the little blue box, okay? Take the blue pill, not the red pill. The American federal stuff was, anyways. The hypervelocity didn't do that great either. I even tried out some other stuff. Anyways, it's all there. I will make sure that the pictures are set up for at least, I don't know, 10 seconds each. You can always hit pause too, you know, and check out which ammo is being shot through. So, anyways, I did the best. I shot the pictures with my phone, so there you go. Anyhow, firearm has been re-cleaned, by the way, since I got it home. I decided, okay, well, I'm going to clean it tonight. So I got her all clean, cleaned the barrel out, all that jazz, re-lube bolt, all that sort of thing. The weight and balance of this gun is actually really nice. It's a 21-inch barrel in this thing. Wood stock. It's actually hardwood stock with a walnut finish. Love the checkering down at the hand and at the forend. And it's really nice and comfy. So I really, really like it. Can't wait to get my bipod on it. That should be in either tomorrow or Sunday. So the next time I go to the range, I'll actually be able to use a bipod. This time I used my homemade rest that I made with basically a long gun sock, they call them, all folded up enough to give me some good padding support. And then I had my ammo can underneath so I could, you know, get up like this and, you know, keep her nice and steady. And it's just a pleasure to shoot this gun, okay? And in the end, I mean, like I said, the bullseye is annihilated. This thing is so nice. Now, I did only set it up at 24 yards, even though you will see 25 on the target. It was actually 24, okay? I jumped ahead of myself when I marked, and it's like I was brain dead for a second. It's a very hot day out today, and you know, it's kind of like, well, I did a 5 instead of a 4, but it was 24 yards I sighted for. But because I'm using this gun for grouse, squirrel, and rabbit, and I'm only going to be shooting them anywhere within about 24, 25 yards and under anyways. So that's what this gun is going to be used for. My Russian rifle, it's going to be used as a target gun because it's got a much longer barrel and it's a heavy beast, and I do not want to have that thing slung over my shoulder going through the bush, because man, that would suck, because it is a very heavy gun. This is a lot nicer. The 64F, by the way, is a really light gun in comparison because it's synthetic stock, but also a light gun period. So I'm going to enjoy that one as well. Now, I do have two 10-round mags for this, box magazines, and I'm thinking about picking up the 5-rounder just for fun, okay? And we'll see how compact it goes. Because I'm going to be going on a hunting trip in September. We're going to be going grouse hunting for a few days, and I'm thinking, well, what's going to be better, you know, with it over my shoulder with a mag in there? Is a 10 going to be too much of a pain, or should I have bought a 5? So I think I'm going to pick up a 5-round mag ahead of time, just in case, and see if I can see what the feel difference is between them. But either way, it won't be wasted money, because even when we go hunting, I'm loading up all my mags and just putting them in my pocket. This way I don't have to carry spare bullets in my pockets. I can just have the mags already loaded, ready to go. So I'll have about 25 rounds on me. So, hey, it works. But now, this gun, by the way, is only $400 Canadian. I got mine at Ollie's Armory in Powassan, which is 5 minutes up the road from where I live here. Cause I'm technically still in Powassan, but I'm kind of in the back 40. We can shoot guns back here all we want, kind of thing. Anyhow, whether you get it from there or from Cabela's, it's a $400 gun. Now, the Mark II G, by the way, which is the original gun I was after, because it already has a left or right-handed bolt for the bolt action. I didn't remember when I went into Ollie's. I just said, it's a G series. And they came out with this, and it's like, okay, so can we get this with a left-handed bolt? And they checked, and no suppliers have stock at this time. But that's not a no, but it's not a yes either. But the Mark II G does come left or right. Now, the difference is, well, there is no difference in price. They're both $400, but the difference is the actual Mark II G actually comes with iron sights, and a drilled and tapped receiver to put on, you know, a rail or separate little mounts like this, and a scope. That's optional. This is $400 as well, but it comes already with the mounts already there, and it comes with a branded scope they call Weaver, which is just a 3x9x40. I've got a actual 4x16x44 on here now, because this is adjustable optical. I don't like scopes with fixed parallax, because you never know where that parallax setting is. So that's why the Russian rifle is perfect for long range shooting, because it actually is. I've looked up that rifle enough. So I'm going to set it up for that, and so I should be okay just using that scope, you know, and we'll be fine with it, and that's okay. I won't care at that point, because once I'm away from that parallax problem issue area, then I don't have to worry about, oh, is the reticle moving? Not anymore, because I'm right in the sweet spot, right? These are great because you can drop them right down to a couple of yards and right on up to infinity, and lock the parallax at any point. So, anyhow, but other than that, I like the trigger, even though it's a bit heavy. It's fine. It's not an AccuTrigger, but hey, it works and I like it. I'm okay with it. Okay, so that's all good. The bolt slides so nice. And even closing, it's, I love it. Okay. Now, I did only put 75 rounds through it today. I did a count, actually, and it turns out I only put about 75 through it. And that's fine. At least we got it dialed in, and we know it adores CCI standard. Now, Oh, one thing, excuse me, what I am going to tell you is just because this Mark II GXP loves CCI standard, that doesn't mean that the next one or the next one or the next one is going to do as well. Because the gun chooses the ammo, okay? It's all about your twist, yes, but it's where things start and where things end at the muzzle. It's an unknown from barrel to barrel, right? So this is why guns choose the ammo they spin best with, we'll call it, because the barrel spins, right? Or the bullet spins through the rifling, and you know it has to do its job to be accurate. So not every gun the same shoots the same ammo the same, okay? So anyway, but this thing loves CCI standard, which worked out pretty good because I've been stockpiling on that stuff, and I'm like, should I be doing this, or because I don't even know, I haven't even shot the gun yet. But it was a good thing because it turns out it loves it. So yeah, I'm going to start buying more and more of the standard for this gun. And then I've got all the other ammos that I didn't try, plus the ones that I did, that the gun doesn't like, okay, for the ones I did try. Those are going to be guinea pigs through my TAWS 8M to see which ones it likes the best. Because that's a full-out single-shot only gun, so there's no box magazine. This one's got a 10-rounder. But yeah, it's a great gun. It's comfy. Definitely recommend it for, you know, older teens and adults. Definitely. Okay, it's got that size and fit. It's an adult-sized gun. So if you're, you know, an older teen, or, you know, that has the body to deal with it, and, you know, you got to be able to hold it up. I mean, it does have some weight to it, but it ain't as heavy as my TAWS. So anyway, but you got to be able to hold the gun properly, be able to get to the trigger group properly, that sort of thing. And that's a big thing on sizing up a gun for yourself. But yeah, I can really appreciate it. I really love this gun. I like the finish too, because it's not a blued finish, so it's not like it's going to rust away or anything, like, you know, so I don't have to worry about the same maintenance kind of thing. I still wipe it down with oil and whatnot, but you know, either way, it's kind of part and parcel, right? But yeah, really, really nice gun. Now, to safety decock this. This is something you may want to know about because it's very important. When your bolt is all the way back, okay, because you got no mag in here, there's no nothing in the breech, right? Pull the trigger in, okay, and push the bolt fully forward and close it, and it'll safety decock itself, okay? This way you don't hit the firing pin against anything, and you're not going to wreck your firing pin, okay? It'll safety decock. And that's how you do bolt action rifles, okay, and this one as well. So just thought I'd let you know on that one. By the way, it also comes with sling mounts already pre-installed. So I did get a sling for this for like 15 bucks out of the bargain bin at Ollie's. And it works nice, and it's fully adjustable too. I just got it all sucked in because I have this in my case, and I've only got so much space in the case, so I have to get a little creative on how I fold this up. But hey, you know what? It gets the job done. It works. That's the main thing, right? But I can't wait to go hunting with this thing, and hopefully I can get some grouse and whatnot this fall when we go. This is going to be probably my main gun for that. I am still going to bring my shotgun regardless, because I want to try my shotgun and see how well I do with that. But I have this ever-loving feeling that because this thing is so deadly accurate, yeah, I might have to use my shotgun for something different, you know. But as far as this goes, though, this thing is sweet. Anyway, pick yourself up one. They're only 400 bucks Canadian, okay? Anyway, that's all I got for you on this one. Stay tuned. We got the review coming up actually on the UUQ scope that's on here. Because we do have a first look video on that one, but we didn't do a review. Now we can do the review, now that we've had some experience with the scope in real action. So stay tuned for that video as well. See ya.